What's going on, friends and family, and welcome back to the spiritual but sometimes mental podcast. This is episode 2, and I'm so excited to be back filming these podcasts. I dropped the ball for a minute. It's been about 2 months since I dropped my first episode, but I had to go back to the drawing board because I wanted to make sure that everything was right. Nothing's ever going to be perfect, but I wanted to make sure that everything was right and make sure that I was in the right mind state for you all because I only want to give you guys the best. I want to give you my best when it comes to content. I have been uploading my shorts, and that kind of gives you guys like a behind the scenes of my life, my everyday life, what I do type thing. So it kind of gives you guys a personal look into my life so you can see, just what I do. It's kind of like I use my shorts for like my behind the scenes, my grocery trips, things like that. So you kind of get to know me a little bit better, like on a more personal level. So, yeah, but welcome to episode 2. Nothing's going to be formal. I'm not striving for perfection. I'm striving for genuineness, authenticity. It's not about being perfect, but it's about really opening my heart and really spreading the gospel and letting the world know about Jesus Christ. I'm getting emotional now because I always get emotional when I talk about Christ. It's just something about talking about Christ that just really hits deep in my soul. And it's not just some one particular thing, it's a multitude of things that I can't even count. And I can't even keep track of just how good he is, how much he's done for me, how big he is, how mighty he is, how amazing he is. Like, it's just so much. Like, I can't even put into words how good God is and how amazing Christ is and how being a believer, a follower, a disciple, a Christian has impacted my life in such a way that's just been amazing. I was the kid that grew up in church, so I've always had that foundation there, but it's nothing like experiencing the Lord for yourself. And that's really when things really start to happen. Um so I thank God for my praying parents who never gave up. But we're gonna get into this episode, y'all, because I could go on and on and on. Um I'm excited about this episode because it is part of the rebranding of the podcast, and I want to get back to uploading weekly. I'm excited for having new guests, having people come on the pod, and we have just discussions. And one of the things that made me want to rebrand is because I felt like It's All Mental really left out the acknowledgement of the spiritual and how sometimes things are mental, clinical, yes, but a lot of these battles that we fight are spiritual battles. So I think that I was doing a disservice by not acknowledging that side of it as well. Getting into this episode, this is a good one. This one is going to probably make me a little emotional because it hits close to home so much because I just recently went through a situation that required this particular thing. So let's get into it, y'all. We're going to be talking about forgiveness today. Now, I know that forgiveness is not something that is easily done. Forgiveness is not something that's easily done. When you think about forgiveness, y'all, we think about, at least I feel that when we think about forgiveness, the first thing that we should think about is how God has continuously forgiven us. That should be the thing that we're thinking about. when we think about forgiveness. Sometimes it's when we think about forgiveness, oh, I'm not trying to forgive that person. They did this, da 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 da. So you don't really want to forgive them, but you don't really understand that hiding unforgiveness in your heart, it hinders you. It doesn't hinder the other person, because you could be holding on to something 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the line. This person has already moved on from it. They're not thinking about it, but you are. So I feel like doing that just hinders you from getting to everything that God has for you, and having that peace of mind. Nothing beats peace. Nothing beats peace. Having that peace, nothing beats that. So I was just recently in a situation where I am now struggling to forgive. And I'm struggling. It's not really struggling to forgive, it's struggling to move on from it and not be angry about it anymore. Like, let's be honest. It's this is a podcast. It's a safe space. So I'm gonna be honest. So I want you guys to be honest with me. And make sure you guys really drop some comments down too as well. Tell me about a time where you um found it difficult to forgive. Tell me about what you think of when you think of forgiveness. Like, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Like, I know it's a lot of times, we don't want to forgive. We think of this person, we just want to think about what they did to us. We don't care about any of that other stuff. We just want to focus on what this person has done and how we going how we gonna get them back sometime. And I will raise my hand. I have been there where I've tried to get people back and it has backfired in my face. But the moment that I let go and I let God, that karma came back to them tenfold, and God allowed me to be there to witness it. Some things he didn't, but some things I saw. But anyways, getting back to this situation. So there's a particular situation where there's a friend that I'm really close to, and then on this side there was a person that I was actually building a friendship with. So I'm not gonna give you guys the details of the situation. We don't have time for that, and I don't feel like I have to go into details of everything that went on in this situation, but it was a situation where I was trying to protect my close friend and the friend that I was building a friendship with. And it ended up biting me back in the butt because I was trying to protect both of them, but it ended up hurting the friend that I was close to. And that hurt me, that she got hurt by me trying to do something good and not malicious. By any stretch of the imagination, I was not trying to be malicious, but um I was trying to just look out. And I think I have a issue with trusting too fast, because I never want to close my heart off to people. I never want to not trust. I never want to ever get in a space where I'm not trusting people, or I'm just closed off. My heart is cold and I'm not giving people a chance, and I'm not, having hope. I never want to get to that point. So I always try to stay open. I try to stay open. I try to be, the person that's optimistic, the person that's hopeful about people. Like, I like to see the good in people. I don't like to see the bad. But I know there are people that just have bad tendencies out here. So it hurt me that my friend that I've been really close with was hurt by it. And so I had to work on really repairing, and I feel like I'm still repairing that friendship. And I think I just reached a point though where it's like I have to leave it in God's hands, because if this person was really my friend, they know my heart, they know the type of person I am, they would know that I would never do anything to intentionally hurt them. But then on the other hand, it's like I have to step in her shoes and understand, like, it's hard when people hurt you or somebody do something that you really trust, and it hurts, even though you know deep in your heart that they didn't mean to hurt you, but it hurt you. So it's hard to really let it go. And as hard as you're trying, it's going to take time. It's going to take time. It's going to take grace. So I had to extend grace just like she has to extend grace to me. And I have to give that time because I've already apologized. I've done everything that I can on my part and tried to have a conversation. But ultimately, it's up to her at this point and her and God to figure out, maybe she feel like she didn't want me in her life no more. Like, maybe this was it. Maybe made her feel, I don't know what's going on. We've been pleasant because I also remind you, we do work in the same place, the three of us. So we're pleasant and we're cordial, but it's not the same. I still feel the awkwardness. I don't know if she feels the awkwardness, but I'm hoping that we can move forward and move past this. But you just never know with people, like how it is. So this person over here angered me because the thing that she did made it kind of caused a rift between us. Um, I've I'm almost to the point of where I can see this person and not be angry, but I'm not there yet. And I will be honest about that. I'm not there. Like at the beginning, I could not see her without my blood boiling. And I was like, Lord, I had to pray immediately after it happened, y'all. I had to pray. And I had to say, Lord, I want to forgive. I want to forgive. I want to move on because this forgiveness is not for her, it's for me. Whether she apologizes, whether she takes accountability, I know that I've apologized. I've taken accountability for my part. If she don't do the same, that's okay. I just want to forgive and move on. And I want to not only that, be able to see this person and not go back to that place. I'm not there yet, but I am praying on it. And I've been constantly talking to God about it because I want it to go faster than like I needed to go now. Like forgive. Like just this isn't worth it. Just let it go. It's just something in me like just let it go. Just let it go. And it's so hard because the hardest part is having to see this person day after day. If I didn't see her out of sight, out of mind, I am literally like that. If I don't see you, it's easier for me to get past stuff and get over it. But the fact that I have to see this person, it makes it 10 times harder to forgive and to not be angry about what this person did. And I'm struggling with that now. I am in real time reality struggling with unforgiveness. And it's real. It's real. But the thing is that I keep going to God. I keep going to God about it. I keep talking to him. I keep saying, Lord, help me to release this. Why am I having such a hard time releasing it? And then I realized, I think that I was having such a hard time releasing this because I'm hurt. I'm not only angry, but I'm hurt because this is someone that I was building a friendship with. So I thought, and I was building that trust with, and it hurt me. And not only angered me, but it hurt me. And it made me feel like, wow, like, how could you do this? Like, you just, did you not think before you did this? So it kind of left me in the position of like, Lord, I just don't know. Like, I'm trying to get over this. I'm trying to move, but I don't understand why this won't go away. It's just too much. It's such a weight. I just want my peace. I want to be able to move on. And then it was like she tried to not even reconcile with me. She just tried to push things under the rug. And that's one of my biggest things. It's like I hate when people try to push stuff under the rug and move on and like we're okay. That's something that I have a big problem with. I did not like that she thought it was okay for us not to. I spoke my piece. We had a conversation. There was no accountability. So I said, I'm not going to go to this person again and have another conversation. If they're not going to take accountability, we can no longer have a friendship. Like, if I can't see that you could just, hey, take accountability, apologize, or even be any type of remorse about this, then I don't think you're the type of friend that I need in my life. So after I said what I said in my piece and I took accountability for my actions and my part, I thought that she would do the same. Didn't happen that way. So I made up in my mind, okay, I see how you are. I see the person that you are. I no longer want to be friends. Then it was the whole, well, acting like we were cool and we were this and we were that, and we're not. So I kindly let her know. It may not have been too kind, but let her know, like, we're not friends. We are not friends. You have taken no accountability for this. So therefore, I don't want you as a friend. I don't want people who can't be held accountable. I don't want people in my life who play the victim, point the fingers, place the blame. Because the truth is, we are all at fault for something. None of us are faultless. Like, we're all doing something that we're not supposed to be doing, or we all have a thought that we're not supposed to be thinking. Like, there's always something. Nobody is perfect. Jesus Christ was the only man to ever walk this earth that was perfect and sinless. We are all in sin. Like, we were born into a sinful world and we can't help it. That's just how the world was before, a lot of us were even brought here. So I made the decision that I no longer wanted this person in my life. I didn't want to be a friend. I didn't think she took it too well, but I had a situation before years ago where a friend got mad because I didn't want them in my life anymore. I'm the type of person, I'm not one and done. I can forgive, I can move on. I like to give people second chances, but if you do something that just cuts me so deep and is so toxic that I feel like, nah, like, I'm better off without you, then I definitely will move on. And I have a hard time letting go. This is coming from someone who has a hard time moving on and letting go. But if you do something that cuts me super deep, I will move on and I will let you go. I have no troubles letting go when you cut me deep. Deep to the point where I feel like we will not be able to come back from this. Our relationship, our friendship will never be the same. I've had that happen. Someone lied to the point where someone lied. Told malicious lies. Lies that could have affected my life. Like, lies. So I can forgive you, but that don't mean you gotta be eating at my table. So that's just one of those things. Like, I'm not, when it's done, it's done. And I ain't coming back. We're not going back. We're not moving back the way that we were. So I decided, I gotta let this person go. I see who you are. I see your character. The Bible tells us you will know them by their fruit. You will know them. I have some mishaps, some slip ups, some setbacks sometimes to myself. But at the end of the day, I know my character. I know the type of person that I am. And I have never in my life claimed to be anything close, anything remotely close or near perfect. I can't guarantee you perfection. And I tell people that straight up. You will not find perfection in Nikki Davis. You just won't find it, because that's not how I was created to be. I wasn't created to be perfect. So that's the beauty of God. He didn't create us to be perfect. He created us all differently, uniquely, and we're gonna mess up, and he knows that. He knows that. It's just how you get up from the mess ups that counts. So, anyways, y'all, I'm just going out on this tangent, but I decided not to be friends. And sometimes you just have to let relationships go. And I think that it is okay to let people go, when their time is up, their time is up. And oftentimes these people come into your life to teach you a lesson or to show you something. And when things like this happen, I look at them like, okay, God, this person wasn't meant to be there. But because I didn't recognize the sign that you was giving me, I wanted to keep giving them chance after chance and be optimistic. And I didn't take take the hint and take heed to what you were telling me. So now something has to happen for me to just let go, because I was having some thoughts and some feelings about this very person. I would say 3 weeks prior to the incident happened. Like, I was having some doubts about this person being in my life. And I was like, I'm going to give him a chance. Maybe I'm just psyching myself out. But having this situation happen, it taught me a lot. It definitely taught me that you can't trust everybody. Everybody's not your friend. Everybody's not going to like you. And it's okay. But at the end of the day, you have to forgive them. For whatever reason they don't like you, for whatever reason they do horrible, screwed up things to you, you have to forgive them. It does not matter. You still have to forgive. And I'm at a point now where I feel like, you know what, it's not even worth it anymore to not forgive. It's not worth it to hold on to the unforgiveness that will have you bound and have you stuck on something for years down the line, years later. It is not worth it anymore. So I'm making the decision to let it go, to move on, to be free, to free myself from the chains and bondage of unforgiveness. It ends now. And even as I'm making this video and talking to you guys, it's healing me. It's healing me. It's helping me. It's helping me to let it go, because it's giving me an outlet to talk about it in a healthy, positive, safe space. And I hope that if anybody's out there struggling with unforgiveness right now, I hope this video actually helps you. And I hope that you understand that, you know, don't make forgiveness a process. Don't make it, let it go as quickly as you can. Because the thing is, a lot of people like to say forgiveness is a process, it takes time. What if you don't have that time and you still holding on that unforgiveness, and you wind up in hell because you needed a process, because you needed time? So I try to look at it like that. That's why I'm like, Lord, I just need this to go away. I need this. I need to be free. Like, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to be mad. I don't want to be. Who wants to spend their days mad, angry? I don't. And I don't know a soul that does, unless they just love misery. Misery loves company, though. That is true. They say that. But I don't want to spend my time being mad. I don't want to spend my time being angry at nobody. It's not worth it. It takes too much energy. It's too time consuming. It is way too much. So if anybody's out there struggling with unforgiveness, you're struggling to forgive someone, I pray that you can find it in your heart to forgive, to let it go, and to just ask God to come into your heart and take out that seed of unforgiveness, take out the seed of bitterness, and just remove it completely. Snatch it up by the root and just take it away. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. This is episode 2, The Power of Forgiveness. And I want to close out this episode like we always, I ain't gonna say we always do, but the first episode I did do it. We're gonna close out this episode with a prayer. I hope you guys will just let me just pray over you, and I pray that this episode, this word has reached you, and you'll allow it to marinate into your heart and your soul. And if you are struggling with unforgiveness, I pray that God releases you from that unforgiveness today, right now. At this moment, I pray that the Lord will release you from it. So if you're out there, let's go ahead and pray. Let's go to the throne. Heavenly Father, God, I thank you. God, I just want to say thank you for allowing us to assemble, God, amongst this video. God, I thank you for every person that is watching this video. I pray that if they are struggling with unforgiveness right now, you will loosen them from the chains of unforgiveness, God. Reach down into their hearts, God. Rip it up from the root, God. Rip it up from the seed of bitterness, the seed of unforgiveness, the seed of anger. Rip it up from my heart, God. Rip all of the things that are not like you out of our hearts, out of our minds, God. Let us have a heart for you, a yearning fire for you, God. A yearning fire for your word. God, I pray nothing but peace and blessings over every follower, every subscriber, every viewer, God. I pray that they are blessed, God. I pray that they are happy, God, that they are at peace, God, and they know that you are with them, and that you are a comforter, you are a healer, you are a protector and a provider, God. These and all blessings I ask in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen.